Today's water pumps are extremely dependable, often lasting the lifetime of the vehicle. But should one require replacement due to failure or as part of another major engine repair, if you make any of these 4 common mistakes, odds are the pump's going to fail early. And that's not going to make you or your customer very happy. What are these 4 common mistakes? Well, stick around and find out in our debut episode of Service Done Right. Brought to you by Carter Engineered Quality. To learn more, visit www.carterengineered.com. One of the most common reasons for a water pump related comeback is a leak between the pump body and the engine block. Improper seating of the pump, damage to the O-ring seal, or misalignment of the gasket during installation will almost certainly result in immediate leakage. All too often, technicians will use the manufacturer recommended O-ring seal and then add a little touch of their own, using some type of liquid gasket or sealant when it's not called for. Reusing the old O-ring seal or making do with one that isn't correct is another common mistake. When a liquid gasket is recommended, don't overdo it and follow any recommendations for drying time to avoid problems. If excess sealant is applied, it can flow into the cooling system and enter the pump's shaft seal, resulting in seal failure in a matter of miles. Next on the list is the failure to prime the new pump prior to initial engine startup. You heard me right, we need to prime the pump before we start the engine. The mechanical seal within the water pump is created by the steady flow of fluid within the pump itself. When coolant flows through the water pump without air bubbles or breaks, this mechanical seal will remain intact. Starting the engine before priming the pump means only air is surrounding the seal. That results in a quick overheating of the seal itself, and that leads to premature failure. Commonly overlooked as a cause of water pump failure, whether it's premature or otherwise, is the condition of the system that drives the water pump. That is, the timing chain, timing belt, or the accessory drive's serpentine belt. A misaligned or worn serpentine belt, for example, can put excessive strain on the pump shaft, and the overheating of the accessory drive can be passed into the water pump shaft bearings, as well as the bearings on all the other accessory drive components. Be sure to inspect the condition of the belt using a belt wear gauge, and inspect the alignment of the various pulleys using a laser alignment tool. Last but by no means least is the condition of the coolant itself. Use of the wrong coolant or exposing the pump to contaminated coolant caused by failing to properly flush the system as part of the repair can cause seal failures, corrosion, and erosion of the pump's impeller. Even the use of the wrong water can introduce contaminants into the system that will wreak havoc with not only the water pump, but every other component in the cooling system. Replacing a water pump today is a job best left to the professional. And if you're a professional, make sure that you look for the signs of these 4 common mistakes so that you can identify the reason for the pump failure and prevent it from happening again. And that's Service Done Right. Thanks for watching. To learn more about the line of Carter water pumps, click on the link in the video description or visit www.carterengineered.com.